All right. So, with that being said, what up, y'all? Crazy McKormik up in here. Ah, man. Glad to see everybody up in here. Oh, it's whatever. So, all right. So, first and foremost, I'm just going to say this right off the rip. Um, Still very bare bones. Didn't get a whole lot of chance to do anything with updating the stream or anything like that. Basically, at this point, well, I'll tell you what happened. So I got laid off from my job, right? And that means that I don't go back until the day after uh, Labor Day. And I knew I just realized something. I totally forgot something. I guess I'm gonna have to grab something. I'll be right back. I'm back. Okay, now, anyways, so one of the things that I was saying was that I ended up getting laid off this entire week, and so I didn't have any work. Luckily, though, I'm still in like the Grubhub business and doing stuff for them and DoorDash and Uber Eats and shit like that. So I did that all week this week, and I made a pretty good penny. I will say that. But I've been basically out working every solitary second of the week, and I made some pretty decent money, like $1,400 this week. So you give, you take, and this is the closest that I've been able to do with a change up to add on to the show. I think it's going to be a slow burning process of changing things here and there. So eventually, what I would like to do is get a layout, get some other shit um, for the near future. What up, y'all? I see the chats coming in here. Keo, what's going on? DB, Flipsy, Rumor, Nasenda. What up, y'all? Y'all are being real for fucking coming in. So, with that being said, it's gonna be a slow burn, changing things up from the show and everything as I continue to go in. I have some ideas about what I would like to do with the show, and it'll slowly but surely eventually come in fruition. One of the things that I would like to change up first and foremost is the layout, because the layout that I'm using right now is the layout that I use for Twitch. And for the most part, it's a Final Fantasy based layout, because I am a Final Fantasy nerd. But nevertheless, we're going to go ahead, we're going to jump right into the fucking show. My plan with this is that I usually just start it off at 9, and God only knows how long it's going to be. Hence the reason why my review of the Gathering of the Juggalos that I did last week lasted 3 fucking hours. Because you guys know how I can get when I fucking talk. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to change it up. The first thing that we're going to be talking about is this embodiment of sexiness known as Tom Wood. And I say that with my entire fucking nutsack. The entire fucking nutsack. The reason why, like, look at this man, all right? Look at this man. For a straight, cis, white male, even I think this man is just absolutely sexy. Look at this man. He is manicured with his fucking slicked back hair, his fucking 5 o'clock shadow beard, and all of that shit. And I just had to fucking find a picture of Tom Wood that would make you question whether or not the man is actually wearing underwear for fucking reasons. But this man is a fucking Adonis. If you've ever met him in person, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Everything from the fucking boots to the pants to the shirt to the southern drawl, everything. And he's such a fucking blessing to talk to. But enough about me fucking gooning over fucking Tom Wood. Tom wants exactly. Anon knows what's up. Anon knows what time it is. I want Tom Wood to draw me like one of his French girls. You're absolutely right. Actually, I've had an idea in my head since the first DCG con that I want Tom Wood to do. I mean, the last big thing that I remember Tom Wood fucking doing was back in the Juggernaut days. If you've ever seen the Juggernaut crest, it was a work of absolute fucking art. But of course, you know, you can always check out his stuff whenever he's at the gathering. Any other psychopathic related event that has a merch table where he's selling art. He's probably going to be there at DCG Con because he draws a lot of dope ass fucking dragons too. But we're not talking about all of that. What we want to talk about here is the ongoing float that he ended up doing. Now, unfortunately, because of the 3-hour show that I did last week, I wasn't able to talk about the float. So this is the marker that we had for the float, Labor Day weekend, and how close it was to the fucking gathering and everything. It's unfortunate that I was not able to fucking talk about this shit, but we're gonna go ahead and where the fuck did my mouse go? So I need to take a look at some other stuff because we do have some other things that we are going to talk about. And right here is the schedule list, which honestly, I didn't really know. I have never been to a float. I want to know what's going on with the float and shit. And Tom Wood is such a nice guy. And I love that version of the Hatchet Man. It's literally a fucking Hatchet Man of Tom Wood in a fucking canoe. I love how hard fucking Tom Wood is starting to represent the Hatchet and everything. Like, well, I mean, that's been his logo since he started doing the float. And I guess the float is actually a pretty good, from what it looks like the float is like a good second banana for the juggalos who aren't able to fucking gather. As a matter of fact, I don't even know how much the tickets are, so we're going to take a look at the tickets here. General admission, $185. Got an $85 RV pass, $65 car pass, premium campsite, and RV site. So, like, these are some pretty dope fucking, some pretty dope amenities here. But then you also have, like, being on a canoe or a raft. I just want to float. So we have, like, some of these other things, like all these different things. I honestly, I don't know exactly what like all of this like I would honestly have to go to a fucking float myself just to be able to understand the concept of all of this. But we're going to go back over here to the schedule. So the float event is still going on as of right now. I would say I would probably say that right now it's Sunday, 8 p.m. their time. So Mad Pelly is getting ready to perform on stage, followed by Tier Diaz, Risk, I can't even read that. It's so fucking small. But what's important to me though are the last two, Darby O'Trill and Kung Fu Vampire. And it seems that for the duration of this, like you take a look at Thursday, the gates open at 2:00 for wherever the fuck it is, and then from 7 to 4 a.m. you have like a party that's got two boots, Mr. J, Maniac Kill, 3G, and Lilith the Sinful, who I believe is third place at the Miss Juggalette pageant, the hardcore rocker chick. But then you also have the times that you got for your floats. And then at the party tent, you have the Quest for Shangri-La tournament on Friday. Landalo's Dry Dock Party. Another float from 11 a.m. to about 5:30 p.m. at the main stage. You have your contests. You know, and I'm pretty sure that it seems to be about the same price as the Gathering. Yeah, but it's located in fucking Arkansas, and since the Gathering is usually in the Midwest, we got to have something in the Mid South. You know, so Arkansas probably one of the best places that you could go for this type of shit. You know, unless they got super fucking expensive. I don't know. It really depends on all of the amenities that you want with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Sean, I'm not going to answer any questions to that because that's not what it's about. Even though I know that I'm pretty much the only way that information about him can get out at this point, I'm not going to fucking talk about that on my show. This is about the Juggalo shit and me and my opinion and all of that other stuff. Welcome to the crazy house. But some of these artists that they have on here, pretty fucking cool. Some of them I know, some of them I know personally, and some of them I'm just too scared to talk to because if you know me, me and Flipsy actually had a conversation about this during the Gathering, and we also had another follow-up conversation about this earlier today. He has the capability to fucking talk to some of these rappers and other artists and shit like that. I have a hard time. Like, I'm usually kind of fucking shy. Those motherfuckers need to come to me. You know, and one thing that I forgot to mention in the live stream last week, talking about my review, was Flipsy got Uncle Juff to fucking hang out over by the weird creepy shit tent where me and Saito were hanging out. And I had a pretty good 15, 20-minute conversation with Uncle Juff just about random shit while Saito was talking to his girlfriend about their living situation and stuff. It seems like you're getting more people over here than Twitch. You're going to make the leap over here. I mean, I haven't been doing anything on YouTube, Twitch, or anything else for the last 6 months. I've been on the grind. I'm slowly weaving my way back into these social medias. So there's your answer there. But nevertheless, so we've got this whole thing. But here's the thing that I wanted to talk about, which actually I believe this happened over the week. So back to the float. So we all know that Violent J was supposed to be headlining the float. But then on Instagram, and I'm not sure if it was on Facebook or any other social media platform, but he ended up saying due to unforeseen circumstances, and he's, you know, like something, I guess he double booked for some other thing that he couldn't get out of, so he couldn't make the float. But then a couple of days later, you know, so unfortunately, Violent J is not able to fucking make the float. This is actually a very good picture of Violent J. I'm going to have to say that. I really like this picture of Violent J with the way that his hair is. It's a shorter version of what my fucking hair looks like without the hat. Ignore the hat. There's a throwback for you for the OGs that have been watching these for a long fucking time. Ignore the hat. Actually, don't ignore the hat. My hat is the shit. So anyways, yeah, it was only on Instagram and that was it. But anyways, yeah, so like Violent J couldn't make the float, but somebody answered the call for the open spot, and it wasn't Skits Craven. Thank God. Instead, Kung Fu, I got a job I need you for. You son of a bitch. I'm in. Yeah, that pops up later, and then this didn't pop up on Instagram. I had to pull this from the fucking website itself off of the float. It ended up being replaced by Kung Fu Vampire. So Kung Fu Vampire officially on the float. And at such fucking last minute. But it's a good, but let's be honest here. Shall we? Shall we be honest here? That's a good replacement. From what I understand, because I don't listen to Kung Fu Vampire, I know he's a big Juggalo staple, but I just never got around to fucking listening to KFV. So I'm probably going to get flogged at Hallowicked by people for this. But you know, it is what it is. I remember when he first was introduced into the Juggalo shit. with the bald head and the white head, you know, with the bald white painted head and the black and red fucking sunken eye look. He didn't have the fucking beard. I think all he had was a Fu Manchu, and he still had that boy. You know, the fucking the lip piercing and shit like that. Like, I remember that, and he would come out in a dashiki or whatever the fuck he was wearing, like some sort of big black robe. And now he looks like this. And you know what's funny? I remember this. This is the way my ADHD brain fucking works. The clothes that he's wearing right now, and people used to dog on him. Like when he made the switch to having the fucking hairstyle that he has and the beard and the shirt and stuff like that, and people used to fucking dog on him and all this other stuff, and he's just like, dude, I'm supposed to be a fucking vampire. Vampires are supposed to be pretty. I was like, oh, all right. Yeah, that makes sense. He has a point. At least he doesn't fucking, I don't know, sparkle. Here I am using that age-old joke, and I actually like those fucking movies. But nevertheless, very good replacement, so kudos to Tom Wood and his fancy fucking cowboy boots and his pants that may or may not have underwear underneath them at this point. That sexy man, like Tom Wood, All That Is Man, was able to book another All That Is Man. Undead man, but nevertheless. So I have to give fucking Tom Wood that one, you know what I'm saying? I don't think so. He's a very stylish vampire, yeah. I mean, look at him. Like, he is beautiful. He is very beautiful. And so my fucking, you know what? My straw hat goes off to Tom Wood. Yeah, I'm a nerd. Accept it. All right, so moving along to the next fucking thing, because I'm pretty sure that there's some other stuff that we've got to talk about. Yesterday, being the 20th anniversary of Hell's Pit, which I'm pretty sure that my homie Bartle Boss is just absolutely ecstatic about that. 20 wonderful years of Hell's Pit. And by the way, I had a very tough time trying to find a decent picture that wasn't going to be grainy. And this is the best one I found. It actually doesn't look too bad if you ask me. But yeah. Now, what's interesting to me is that, you know, with the announcement of this album being on its 20th anniversary, the homie Juggalo Collectibles posted a TikTok where he has 3 or 4 or 7 different CD versions of Hell's Pit, whatever other Hell's Pit memorabilia that he may have found over the years, as well as the fucking vinyl of Hell's Pit. So if you're on TikTok, definitely follow Juggalo Collectibles if you haven't already, because he did that spot, and personally, I think that it's actually a very good homage to this album. And a lot of people on social media yesterday and today ended up sharing their stories about Hell's Pit when they first came out. You know, when it first came out, whether, you know, I'm pretty sure that some drunken hobo has probably got a story about how Hell's Pit gave him his start to fucking being on here e-begging a lot. But for me, like, I remember actually being at Meijer, and this is always funny to me. I remember being at Meijer on the 30th, waiting for midnight with a bunch of other locals, including my homeboy Sapo and his Kliq, Morlock Records. So shout out to Morlock. I got to give my shout out to the local people. And we're just fucking kicking it, waiting. Just like inching, chomping at the bit for fucking midnight to show up. Everybody's pulling out their flip phones and checking the time. Or anything like that. And finally, at the service desk, Some old gray-haired lady fucking opens up the shit, and she ends up saying, okay, this album has a rating on it, so everybody has to be carded. I'm like, ma'am, it's a CD. It's not a movie. That R plus rating is not real. This is not a real certification by the MPAA or even the RIAA. So why are you fucking carding us? She's like, because if we don't card you, then you can't buy this album. I'm like, it's a CD. R plus and extreme parental advisory doesn't mean anything. Like the parental, I was like, do you understand the concept of the parental advisory sticker? It's for anything that might be bad for anybody that's less than teenagers. You have to be at least 13 in order to buy an album that has a parental advisory sticker on there. Nowadays, that don't mean shit, because we can stream our stuff. So there's nobody that can't tell us what we can't listen to. Your 5-year-old niece might be twerking it to body yaddy 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 right now. Okay? Your 5-year-old niece could be twerking it to Megan Thee Stallion for all you know, and posting it on TikTok because they have a cell phone now. But anyways, yeah, so like, we all got carded for this fucking album. I was like, lady, I've been listening to Insane Clown Posse since I was 12. All right, that was like 1995. Here it is, 2004. Like, I argued with this woman. I still got my album. I still got the album despite how much this lady threatened not to sell it to me. Because I was just like, look, you can either give that to me or I'll wait until your shift is done and then I'll buy the album. Either way, I'm getting this motherfucker. I will argue with you your entire shift over whether or not I get this fucking album. She gave me the album. And then I got home and I listened to it. And it was fire. Just like Bartle denies. Like, I honestly think that that's just a fucking... I think that's a public gimmick. I think Bartle publicly fucking says that Hell's Pit is trash, but he knows that deep in the cockles of his heart, it's one of the best fucking albums out there. Nothing can tell me otherwise. And interestingly enough, I go on Facebook, and I totally forgot about this. Not only was it the... It destroyed the CD player in the stereo. Damn church. Well, you're not supposed to fucking try to turn the volume at a max of 10 up to 17. Haha, you see what I did there. But anyways, I totally forgot about this. Not only is yesterday the 20th anniversary of Hell's Pit, but today is also the 15th anniversary of that motherfucker. Bang, pow, boom. A very good resurgence and reboot of the fucking Joker's cards. A very good start off, I think, for the second deck. To be totally honest. But at the same time, this is one of those albums where it was just like, okay, now I'm starting to get to a point where I'm picky and choosy about the songs that come out. I am still not a fan of fucking Juggalo Island. I don't know why, but the only thing that actually is enjoyable about Juggalo Island is the end, to me. And that's because of the fucking skit at the very end. That's the only reason. Like, I personally think that they made a shit song and threw it on there just so you had to sit through it to get to the skit at the very end. You have any idea where you're going, sir? Up your ma's ass. Like, I did not like the fucking song in and of itself because, like, literally, It's just it's Jay with a fucking stoner hypothetical fucking thought about what if we had our own island. Well, I'm like, now, because of some other islands that we know, I can at least compare and contrast and know that our island would be a little bit better. But let's be honest here. If you've ever been to the gathering of the Juggalos and you know the chaos that goes on in that motherfucker for 5 fucking days, could you imagine the berserk insanity that would go on if we actually had our own island? It wouldn't be about fucking hoes playing volleyball, putting your toes in the sand, getting your dick blowed by a fucking mermaid. No, you would be spending most of your time avoiding bear traps and having fucking firecrackers shoved up your ass. Let's be a little bit more realistic about what Juggalo Island would actually be. It wouldn't be all this happy, friendly, fun time shit. It would be fucking inner beefing and bunch of fucking fireworks and dude, that island would be worse than fucking Chechnya by the end of the fucking week. It wouldn't even be a Juggalo version of Survivor. It would be the Juggalo version of the Hunger Games. And still to this day, I dislike that fucking song. The only thing that makes that song worth listening to is the skit at the end of the fucking track. Now, of course, you know, when the album first came out, it only had 3 versions, which the only difference between the three versions, other than the color scheme, was the intro song. The song that came out at, like, the first song after the intro. You had Beautiful Doom, you had The Clowns Are Back, and Creepy Freak Show. Now, there are some Juggalos out there who only got 1 album. At the time, that would be me. I only got the green one. And it's interesting to me because, like, each album has, like, a specific fucking theme. And I noticed something. Okay, with The Clowns Are Back and the hidden track at the very end of the song. Yeah, that was the other thing, too. The hidden track on each album was different. So the green one had the fucking Clowns Are Back, and then it also had the Juggalo slide. And I also noticed that, like, one song was just done by Jay, one song was just done by Shaggy, and the last song was done by both of them. And the same thing goes for the hidden track, but they were never fucking combined. And then, like, a couple of years later, they ended up coming out with this version, the Nuclear Edition, which they ended up changing the fucking intro song to a mix-up of all 3 fucking songs. And then they had a second album that had the hidden tracks from the original 3 plus 3 unreleased tracks. And later they ended up having a music video for one of those unreleased tracks, which was It's All Over. And the third one, which ended up being the Juggalo like the Gathering documentary, which I believe, yes, this is it. A Family Underground, which I still have in its shrink wrap. I never opened this up. Why would I need to open this up? You know what I'm saying? I would never need to open that motherfucker up because I've already watched the fucking shit. And my favorite scene in that documentary is the dude who's on fucking drugs telling Jay, you gotta help me. They don't have a cure for that Willy Wonka shit. What's going on? Now, Keo says that she does not like the Juggalo slide, but at the time when that album came out in 2009, oh man, I used to blast that in my fucking Ford Freestar with the kids in the car, and the kids fucking loved it. Hell, even Blue fucking said that he had his kids fucking singing it, except for the cussing part. You know, I just told my kids not to fucking say that shit. You know, I had fun playing that. Something about that irks you. Oh, you get the ick. You get the ick on fucking Juggalo slide. I think it's the part where you gotta fucking give your homie a dap or a fucking hug or something like that, and you're just like, ew, people. Maybe that's what it is. You know, talk to your homie in front of you, behind you, give him a dap. What up, sub? What up? Hey, what up, sub? Not bust your shit. Get loose. Get loose. This NXT show is a marathon, dude. I'm trying to get through this last match with my kid. Oh, yeah. Dude, fuck NXT. Oh my god, why? See, yep, I was right. It's the fucking giving a dap and the dance thing that gives you the ick. So, I'm happy to say, you know, like 15 years of this fucking shit and it spawned off. And personally, I think, honestly, like the way that the introduction of Bang Pow Boom was, is like, we wanted to start a second deck of Joker's cards, but we really don't know what to fucking do with it, you know? Like, just like at the very beginning of the first deck with Carnival of Carnage, it was just a, like, Carnival of Carnage was not the fucking head with the chain and, you know, with the ICP fucking boy on it or anything like that. They didn't know what to expect. They knew they wanted to do this Carnival-esque fucking horrorcore, wicked shit, acid rap kind of shit. They wanted to do something very similar to Isham with the fucking clown, with the evil clown gimmick and the whole Dark Carnival shit. That's how they knew they wanted to start. But with the second deck, it was once again, they don't know where to go with it. Like, literally, the concept of Bang Pow Boom, and that gave me the ick, was like, the afterlife is so full of dead people that it just fucking explodes. And it was like, okay, so you just basically explained the Big Bang Theory in a Juggalo-esque way, you know, where the Dark Carnival begins to swell. The souls of millions of billions and trillions of fucking people have just overcrowded the afterlife, and so bang, pow, boom, new universe. You know, but it did end up spawning off. It was a good start in a way, because, like, you don't know really how to fucking go forward with another set of Joker's cards. It's like, okay, now, since then, we've had other albums that have come out. The Mighty Death Pop, where it actually has an understandable theme. Missing Link, Lost and Found, once again, another understandable theme. Fucking Fearless Fred Fury, with once again another understandable theme. Yum Yum Bedlam, dude, what are we doing? What are we doing with that? And now we're waiting on the 6 Jokers card, which a lot of people have been saying that, based off of what was posted on social media by ICP, it's now being called the Naught. The Naught. Naught? Or however the fuck it's spelled. I'm pretty sure that that's actually a fucking... Yeah, I'm pretty sure that... Yeah. Okay. I'm looking it up on dictionary.com. Definition and meaning. Noun. Archaic. Nothing or nothingness. Ruin or failure. Okay, set at naught, to have disregard or scorn for, disdain. And this is supposed to be something that is going to have an exhibit of Shangri-La and Hell's Pit. The Nothing? The Nothing. Not the Nothing. You just ripped off the Never-Ending Story, fam. Now, don't get me wrong. I actually thought that the Yum Yum albums were okay at best. There were some bangers on there. I'm not gonna lie. I thought that there were some pretty good bangers, but I'm also a sucker for nostalgia. And to have them fucking do some of the things that they did on their shit, that was actually fun. Like that song that they did with Vinny Dombrowski. Yeah. That's basically... Think about that. Like, the 6th Joker's card is the Nothing from the Never-Ending Story. Okay, so what's the 5th Joker's card of the 3rd deck going to be? The Emptiness? Or is it going to be Jack Black being the final boss? Not for nothing, but I'm starting to think that Violent J is slowly running out of ideas. So he's like watching movies from, like nostalgic movies and playing old school video games. And he's just like, what do I do? All right. So the next thing that we've got to fucking talk about, congratulations to ICP for 15 years of Bang Pow Boom. All right. Moving along. More ICP news. We've got to talk about the Train of Terror tour. So we have our dates set. Now one of the things that I forgot to mention when it concerned this shit, because I'm an idiot, I need to look this up real quick. Oh, nobody cares about this ad. Another thing too that before I get into mentioning the Train of Terror tour, so the super famous Funtime guys and Clockwork E ended up having their little tour, and it's already over. Unfortunately, I didn't really get to fucking talk much about that. But then again, I really don't know much about it. And I had totally forgotten what the fuck I was doing. So this is it. So let's see. Yeah. So this is actually the picture that I ripped off of Fagel Lovers, and we're gonna completely rip off Fagel Lovers at this point, at this juncture. We're just gonna post the fucking details off of FagelLovers.com. So shout out to Scotty D for writing this shit. Now I can rip you off and get advertisement revenue for it. So juggalos, juggalettes, and ninjas with no jobs or responsibilities. I know a couple. The Train of Terror tour that was announced at the ICP seminar at this year's Gathering of the Juggalos has been officially announced. Here are the tour dates and locations. Okay, so we have Nashville, Tennessee at the Brooklyn Bowl, Birmingham, Alabama at the Iron City Beham, Little Rock, Arkansas at the Hall. Personally, I don't give a fuck about any of these, except for the very last one. They made the Masonic Temple in Detroit, Michigan. Why? Because I'll be there. So any other juggalos and juggalettes that are out there watching, I'll be there. You can come over, give me a hug, chat with me, fucking rub my butt, try to beat my ass. Or you can fucking hide behind a rock and yell random fucking shit, because I'm pretty sure that there's some fake-ass juggahos in Detroit, actually from the fucking suburbs of Detroit, that have done that before in the past and will probably try to do that again, and I don't care. But anyways, this is the one thing. It's an 8-date fucking thing. Now, the way that Jay ended up explaining it at the fucking gathering, at the seminar, I'm not really sure if I talked about it on the last show, but I'm going to talk about it now. So it's eight fucking shows, and their idea that they want to do with this little mini tour leading up to Hallowicked is they want people to actually follow and convoy from Nashville, Tennessee, all the way to Detroit, Michigan. Now, you can either pay for each ticket individually at each fucking show, or you can get what they call the golden fucking ticket. And that's basically for $450, which breaks it down to $56.25 a show. Way to math, Scotty. And that's a fucking killer deal, especially since Hallowicked tickets go up. Like, the $177 ticket price, that's actually for the fucking, the pit. So the pit ticket price is $150, and then you add taxes and fees to it, and it gets up to about $177. So for $450, you can actually be a part of all 8 of these shows. So what else does the $450 get you? Here are the details. And this is coming from psychopathicvault.com. So Scotty ripped this off from psychopathicvault.com, and I'm ripping off of Scotty. So you get, if you cop a golden ticket, this is what you're going to score. General admission to all of the Train of Terror shows, including Hallowicked. That's right, you ain't missing a single Wicked throwdown. Limited edition VIP pass that gets you in the door early at every show. Be front and center, clown love all day. An exclusive license plate to rep that Juggalo pride wherever you roll. And a limited edition car flag so you can mob and style flexing the Wicked on your ride. How is this an explanation? That's kind of funny to me. The flavor don't stop there. We're going to bless you with something special. ICP's private tour itinerary. We want you to ride with us city to city, step by step, day by day. You'll know exactly where we're posted up when the bus rolls out, English motherfucker, and how the chaos unfolds from town to town. Think you got what it takes to tour with the wickedest band alive? That's actually a fucking way to fucking up your shit there. Well, here's your chance to find out. Whoop. Clowny Daggers. Please bring your photo ID to pick up your VIP package and information at the first show. So, in order to do this whole fucking shebang, you have to be at the first show. I mean, you're basically taking off a whole ass week like this, like from the 23rd of October all the way to Hallowicked. And, they actually ended up saying something before about how gas and hotel is basically on them. And they're not mentioning that in this motherfucker. They're not mentioning that at all on this. So, what the fuck? I mean, but $450 to do 8 shows. And on top of that, each show is supposed to be different than the next. Which actually I think is a fresh fucking idea. So, there is that. You can see my fucking... Yep, you can see my mouse. And that's actually pretty fresh. So, we've got all of these, and then Hallowicked. And I'll be at Hallowicked. I don't care about all the other ones. Because I actually... if I actually had information ahead of time that I was going to be fucking laid off during that period of time, I'd probably fucking do that. But I've already paid for my fucking Hallowicked ticket. And a couple of my boys are also going to be there. And I don't remember what this next photo is. Actually, no, I know what the next photo is. So we've got our next fucking photo and our next topic to fucking talk about. So before we get on to that, if I see you at Hallowicked, or if you see me at Hallowicked, fucking come up and give me some love. Now, the next thing that I wanted to talk about was this. Violent J ended up being on a fucking special episode of Kevin Nash's podcast with Sean Oliver called Kliq This. This happened a few days ago, and I just listened to maybe 45 minutes of this fucking shit. Just looking at... Okay, so first off, there's a drinking game involved in this. It's a 2-hour show. Take a shot every time Violent J says, "Know what I'm saying?" You're dead. You're just dead. All right? You will either be drowning in water or dying of alcohol poisoning. One of those two, depending on whether or not you actually pick a fucking poison. Or you might have a heart attack if you decide to take a shot of Red Bull. Which is not sponsoring this show. I want it to, though. Anywho, so I ended up watching this, and I'm not going to fucking post any clips up on here for that. But what I am going to fucking say is, for the first half hour, it literally comes off like Jay is tired or on something. for the first half hour. He's mumbling. He can't seem to fucking get an answer straight. And there are some times where he just like fucking goes off into his own little world. Sean Oliver ends up asking him a question, and he answers with something that's possibly comparably close to what Sean Oliver was actually asking. And this goes on for like the first 20, 30 fucking minutes. So like listening to this fucking podcast the entire time, like Kevin Nash is in his fucking JWO jersey just cheesing. And every once in a while, and this I'll give, every once in a while they fucking bring up stories about Scott Hall. You know, no, I don't think he was on the good shit. I think he was on the bad shit. Like, you gotta remember, like, like ever since last year at Hallowicked, Jay has been going through some shit. Right? And there was even a point where, like, this I thought was fucking weird, because this kind of ties in with something that Scytha was telling me about at the gathering of the Juggalos, because she stepped up to Jay, and she said that she would give him that good. And he was like, according to her, she said that he would be down for it, but Sarah Rusi won't fucking let him. So she's got him on that lock. Like, she's got him cuffed up like that. So they ended up asking him about his first fucking girlfriend, and he brought up Karen, his first fucking girlfriend, who was like, he said that he was 17 and she was 25 at the time. Like, okay. Of course, you know, like during that time, I would have to say it was a different time in a different place, but I don't know what to fucking think about that, especially with the way that cancel culture has really fucking stepped into the Juggalo culture and shit like that. You know, it's almost like you got to remember, like, we also have like a bunch of people who, okay, if it's a kid who's like in 6th grade and he fucking bangs his teacher, nice. It's wrong, but nice. But anyways, yeah, so like it was funny because like that's all he fucking brought up was just the fact that she was 25 when they fucking dated, and that was his first girlfriend at 17. And it was like just as he was getting ready to fucking start doing Insane Clown Posse shit. Well, actually it was Inner City Posse at the time, and he stuck with Karen for a couple of years. Until he started, you know, he started Insane Clown Posse when he was 19. And as far as I remember, like that's where it was, and she poured a lot of her fucking money into his shit, and he's always wanted, and like I'm telling more about Karen than he talked about fucking Karen. It's like I'm sharing more information about his ex-girlfriend than he did. Like it literally all he did was he just talked about, yeah, my first girlfriend, I was 17 at the time. I can't really, and then he's like, I can't really fucking talk about her because what if my current girlfriend's fucking showing up and make me feel like I'm cheating on her or something like that? Oh yeah, Jay, like you've ever had any problems with shit like that in the past? Talk more about Karen, bro. Like, some people might be interested about that fucking Nook and whether or not she's still alive or whatever the hell, you know what I'm saying? But looking through the chapters that he, you know, like going through the chapters of Kliq This, a vast majority is the same shit that we've been hearing about from ICP's career, and more importantly, his wrestling career. Very little seems that it was talked about for JCW, which should have been actually a vast majority of the fucking platform in and of itself. Talking about JCW Lunacy, which the first episode of JCW Lunacy ended up getting released like 3 or 4 days ago on Psychopathic Records' YouTube channel. So we'll be seeing some episodes of that coming up on YouTube. And Jay also did say at some point, that it's gonna be like on a whole different fucking brand, like some other fucking streaming service. So I don't know what to fucking think when it concerns that shit. Now, that to me should have been something that they should have pointed at somewhere in the middle of the show, and maybe I fucking missed out on it because I just decided, fuck this. This is the same song and dance. The story's about WWE, WCW, ECW, TNA, what have you. Kevin Nash and Scott Hall's fucking involvement in the JWO. There was very little, to me, that Sean Oliver ended up bringing up about JCW. And maybe it's because I fucking missed it, you know, because I didn't watch it long enough. It's a 2-hour fucking program. There's only so many times I can hear and know what I'm saying before I actually start to question if I know what he's fucking saying. And I'm from Michigan. I say that shit too. Nevertheless, we're going to move on to our next thing. And this is the final thing that I want to fucking bring up. On Facebook, the homegirl Hashley ended up bringing up this fucking music video. So if you don't know what this is actually the music. This is the music video by Midnightinyami called Juggalo Cowboy. And from what I am to understand, now keeping in mind, I don't know who this motherfucker is. I've never listened to any of his fucking music except for this song.
Oh yeah, you know I'm still alive, bitch. I'm gonna live. I think I'm having a heart attack. No, it's cool. You pass. Yeah, bitch. You know I'm gonna live forever.
Oh no.
You know I'm still alive, bitch. I'm gonna live.
Oh no.
I think I'm having a heart attack.
Shit.
No, it's cool. You pass. Yeah, bitch.
Oh no. It's still playing in my fucking headset. Oh no. It's still playing in my fucking headset. Fuck. No. Okay, this isn't fucking good. But yeah, this keeps on fucking going, and I don't know who it was that started that subscribe, but thank you for that. I appreciate that shit. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that was all about. I'm trying to fucking get through this as fast as I possibly can. Okay, so yeah, this ain't good.
I think I'm having a heart attack. No, it's cool. You pass.
Hopefully I can get this to stop.
I think I'm having a heart attack.
Can y'all still hear that? Oh, shut the hell up.
I think I'm having a heart attack. No, it's cool. You pass. Oh yeah, you know I'm still alive, bitch. I'm gonna live. I think I'm having a heart attack.
Oh wow.
No, it's cool. You pass. Yeah, bitch. You know I'm gonna live forever.
It's still fucking going. It's still fucking going.
No, it's cool. You pass.
This ain't good. Like, you can still hear it?
No, it's cool. You pass.
Whoever did this is an asshole. Okay, finally, fucking got it fixed. All right. I don't know which one that came from, but it happened. But at least I got that fixed up. So to whoever fucking did that shit, you're an asshole, but thank you for following. Anyways. Anyways, yeah, so like continuing along, would it be a fucking show without some fuck ups? So like I was saying, I had never ever heard of this fucking dude. However, apparently, like there's some people on fucking social media that seem to have some problem with this guy. It seems to a lot of juggalos out there that this dude is just kind of like a culture vulture, and he's like pandering to the fucking community. Now, like I said, other than this fucking song, I have no knowledge of Midnightinyami whatsoever. And so I figured, fuck it, let's react to it, shall we? Let's react to Juggalo Cowboy, the official music video by Midnightinyami. So let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and get this started. No, I'm going to say this. I do actually think that this is... I like the way that this is being shot.
Goes up to the sky. Woo, woo.
Okay, there's...
Juggalo Cowboy, living wild and free. I don't give a fuck if you don't fuck with me.
Okay, now for a guy who says that he don't give a fuck if you don't fuck with him, when people practically were fucking being public about the fact that they don't fuck with him, yeah, he was just like, hey, relax, guy. It was just a music video that I shot with my girlfriend at a creek. Okay. Like, apparently for the person that does not give a fuck, fucks were given. Plenty of fucks were fucking given when it concerned this shit. And I think that's absolutely hilarious to me. Now, first off, I have to say this. I like the imagery of the fucking music video itself. Maybe this music video would be a lot better if it was muted. Okay? Because of the way that the fucking camera angle came in. Like, look at this. Like, we're gonna fucking, like, the way that the fucking intro comes in and it's showing this random fucking house, like, in the middle of nowhere. The imagery itself, the camera angle itself, the way that the trees are fucking cut, the way that the sun is coming in, like, this is actually a very good shot. This is a very good establishing shot. Why this music video is shot at a 4:3 standardized ratio and up, and upped to a fucking 4K quality is beyond me. Personally, I think that it would be a lot. Like, look, we live in a day and age where standard shit is irrelevant. We don't need to have this 4:3 ratio shit. We live in a widescreen world. Okay? We live in a 185:1 ratio. And that's movie quality. At least it's being shot in 60 frames per second. And it's a good fucking it's a good way to fuck with a drone. So like this, and then the way that the camera angle is here with Midnightinyami, where he's doing that shit with his fucking hat. Like, okay, I'll give that the good imagery. Which, by the way, I'm gonna fucking say this though. Why are, like, if it's fucking Juggalo Cowboy, why are you using like the beat that he's fucking using for this? Or actually I should say the backtrack. Okay, because this isn't a rap beat. This is very Latino. you can tell where it's coming from. Actually, I'll tell you flat out, you just take a look at the fucking website itself. Like, you take a look at the music you take a look at the fucking music in and of itself, and you can see that it literally says the artist for the music that is being used is Midnightinyami. So there you go. Which I think is absolutely fucking funny as hell. It's like, okay, we're going to have a cowboy song, but we're going to use Mexican music behind it. Okay.
Put your fagos up to the sky. Woo woo.
The very beginning. Put your fagos up to the sky. Whoop whoop. Okay. And we're at 17 seconds, by the way. But it literally feels like it's absolutely pandering. Be like, see, this is for the fucking juggalos. I mentioned Fago. I said whoop whoop. This is for fucking juggalos. I fucking facepalm at this already. Okay?
Juggalo Cowboy, living wild and free. I don't give a fuck if you don't fuck with me. Juggalo Cowboy, everyone can see.
What the fuck was that? Did you catch that? Did he just fuck? Was that a watermark? When she fucking started talking, was that a watermark?
Free. I don't give a fuck if you don't fuck with me. Juggalo Cowboy.
It is a watermark. That's probably the most juggalo thing about this entire song is the fact that he didn't pay for the fucking music and he didn't even fucking edit out the watermark. That's probably the most juggalo thing about this entire song so far. It's like, so far it literally looks like they're pandering to the fucking juggalos, trying to be like, oh, look, we're fucking cowboys. I put on a... Like, I literally see this where it's just like, we're just gonna find cowboy hats that you can find at any random gas station, go to Walmart, find a flannel shirt, put it on, and then we're just gonna shoot this like this. Other than that, there's nothing to me that is... So far, there is nothing that is either juggalo or cowboy in this shit. Like, as a juggalo who listens to fucking country music, I'm wondering, where is the fucking train, the truck, the dog, mama, prison, or getting drunk? All it is just a couple of people standing in front of a goddamn creek with very good imagery and a stolen beat.
Most wanted and wicked as can be.
What? This is how I react to shit. I'm the most wanted and wicked as can be, as he's like trying to sing a fucking ballad. And the whole concept of this music video is just him and his girlfriend sitting by a lake. Did you let AI or ChatGPT fucking write this song for you? And you were like, this is good. I want to write a song about being a juggalo and a cowboy at the same time. Okay, here are the lyrics. Trying to sing a ballad with smoker's cough. No, like that. I mean, honestly, like most rappers do smoke to get that grittiness in their fucking voice. Mine disappeared when I switched to vape. Anyways.
Hey, little ninja with some haters, okay. I'm swimming with the gators, hooray. Me and darling with the neighbors, obey. Wanna face just craving today.
Oh my god. Okay, so he fucking does this shit. Where's the fucking juggalo-ness in this rap? And then the chick just decides to fucking top him off. Like, it's just random shots now. It's, oh god. I'm glad that this, could you imagine the fucking backlash that this motherfucker would get if he decided instead of putting this on Shots by Ricky, he put it on World Star Hip Hop? Oh god.
Wanna bathe in some Fago. Hey, haven't showered in like 6 days ago. Juggalo ninja, still a juggalo. Hey, already shared a stage with Shaggy 2 dope. Juggalo Cowboy, living wild and free.
What are those? Dude, you mentioned Fago like 2 or 3 fucking times. What are those? And he decided to fucking slide in a line bragging about the fact that he shared a fucking stage with Shaggy Tudo. Motherfucker, I almost got ran over by Violent J in a golf cart. Okay, you're not special. Those kind of look like those old high school Squeeze-Its. Yeah, they kind of do. No, like, I don't know what the fuck those are, but obviously they peeled the labels off of these things. What, to avoid copyright infringement? And here I am fucking drinking a Red Bull on a live stream. What, you didn't want to advertise the fucking knockoff Flavor Aid off-brand fucking not Fago? Because you weren't rapping about Fago?
I don't give a fuck if you don't fuck with me. Juggalo Cowboy, everyone can see. I'm the most wanted and wicked as can be. Juggalo Cowboy, living wild.
What in the fuck is this? Now, I will say this, in the comments of this music video, one argument that I will have to give to the commenters is the fact that, you know, the chick that he's fucking hitting it with, like, she's banging. Like, she looks very pretty. I'll give him that one. Alright, so not all is fucking lost with this guy. Like, the girl that he's with is very fucking pretty. But if this is your introduction to Midnightinyami, I feel so fucking sorry for you. You know how? You know why? Because I'm in that boat too. And he doubled up on the fucking chorus here. I hate this chorus. It has nothing to do with fucking Juggalo or Cowboy. This is a fucking, like, this literally feels like a goddamn love song. And not even in a fucking Juggalo way. I've heard some fucking Juggalo love songs in my time. This is not it.
Juggalo Cowboy, everyone can see. I'm the most wanted and wicked as can be.
Like, it would be a lot better if there was some substance to this fucking music video, so that way people would understand a little bit more about the whole wanted and wicked as can be. Like, rob a fucking store, or rob a fucking bank, or something, you know? Like, the way that this sounds, like, it sounds like some old fucking spaghetti western background music. You should be fucking hijacking a stagecoach or some shit. You know? Do some fucking, oh, what am I thinking of? You know, do some Crazy Bones type shit, like when he did fucking Ghetto Cowboy. You know, like, you could have done something that was Ghetto Cowboy-ish, but made it Juggalo Cowboy, and it would have been a little bit better. And this is my fucking critique on this shit. You know, I bet you if Midnightinyami were to see this, he'd probably be, oh, he's a hater. You know, and that's probably true, because, like, this is my introduction to Midnightinyami. I am not impressed whatsoever. Like, don't get me wrong, it's good for your fucking career when you're, like, trying to expand and try different things, but chicken hunting, this ain't at all. Like, that's more fucking, you know, like, chicken hunting is actually more Juggalo Cowboy than Juggalo Cowboy. You know what I'm saying?
Two drugs mixed with lean, bro. Either down with the clown or you can suck my peanut. Hey, back darling, hey, I'm a genius. Hey, I'm hard in the paint like Gilbert Arenas. Hey, I was
what is going on?
Everywhere I pop out, I swear I start a riot. All my haters just watching, y'all bitches stay quiet. Love a win.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I'm being very loud about this, fam. Like, bro, what is this music video? And then you've got her fucking twerking. She's fucking twerking. Everything about this is fucking wrong. Look, I may not have a whole lot of talent when it concerns like fucking shooting a video because I'm not very good at storyboarding. All right? I'm not a very good storyboarder when it concerns like trying to write a movie or a music video or anything like that. But when I see something and I know it's fucking wrong, this is beyond wrong. Like, everything about this is wrong. The lyrics don't fucking match up with what they're fucking saying. And the video does not match up with the song. What is going on?
Y'all, I'm pussy fart, man, I fucking like Juggalo Cowboy.
What the fuck? Oh yeah, that's a good fucking shot to go to. Yeah, that's right. Tell her more than once. Anyways, like, this fucking line right here.
Everywhere I pop out, I swear I start a riot. All my haters just watching, y'all bitches stay quiet. Love a win, y'all, I'm pussy fart, man, I fucking like Juggalo Cowboy, living wild and free.
Like, he literally fucking made a queef joke. And then it starts to follow the chorus. Yeah, that's the look on my face when I see that you're trying to be funny and you're not being funny. Like, you just pulled a fucking Ghostbusters Answer the Call joke. And I did not think that movie was funny. And it was because of the fucking front butt joke.
I don't give a fuck if you don't fuck with me.
Thank God.
Juggalo Cowboy, everyone can see. I'm the most wanted and wicked as can be.
Okay, that hand signal is just annoying as shit. Like, that's something chicks fucking do. Alright? That's like the cutesy, girly fucking wicked clown thing. Like, nah, fam. I'm OG. I'm double OG. I keep it old school. You're just being lazy.
Juggalo Cowboy, living wild and free.
This should be illegal to watch.
I don't give a fuck if you don't fuck with me. Juggalo Cowboy, everyone can see. I'm the most wanted, wicked as can be.
Like, what is this fucking song? This is his idea of what a juggalo is, or a cowboy is. Fucking just random shots by the fucking creek fishing. There's nothing like, this is not the perfect country and western song. There's nothing about trains, or trucks, or mama, or prison, or the dog, or getting drunk. Like, this dude needs some David Allen. Like, literally, when I fucking watched this video and listened to this song, I literally had to listen to David Allen Coe and Old Bo Cephas just to get the fucking taste out of my mouth after listening to this. Like, I literally had to listen to You Never Even Call Me By My Name. And then, like, some other fucking song from Hank Jr. Like, as a person who has listened to country in the past and has enjoyed some country music, this ain't it. Like, listen to some fucking country if you're gonna do a song that's about cowboy shit. Like some old fucking, you gotta listen to like Hank Jr., Alan Jackson, Toby Keith. Should have been a cowboy, sure to learn to rope and ride. Listen to some fucking, I don't know, Travis Tritt. Get some inspiration rather than being like, what could I mix the word juggalo with and try not to pander, but ended up pandering for anyways. Oh, Juggalo Cowboy, living wild and free. I don't give a fuck if you don't fuck with me. Is this really how you're fucking... Is this really your fucking writing scheme? Like, I've heard fucking mumble rap that made more sense. Is this... Like, okay, look, I'm gonna just finish it here at this point because just like, Jesus fucking Christ, my brain has turned to mush watching this shit. I don't know. I'm gonna torture you more. There's still another 20 seconds left. Like, did you get the trout? Like, did you at least get a fucking trout doing that fishing? I have never seen a fucking white woman twerk to country music ever. I feel like that I'm watching a fucking unruly sin. Like the 8th deadly sin. White women twerking to country. I mean, look, I get it. Y'all in love. I get it. And literally no fucking diss to, you know, Ricky. Like, Ricky did his job. And it wasn't that bad. Like, the shots, I'll give Ricky the benefit of the fucking doubt. He did his job. He had the good establishing shot. Everything was crisp and clean and colorful and everything. Yeah, they probably didn't catch a goddamn fish. Like, neither one of them knew how to fucking bait the hook. You know, and all that. No, they were just like, well, you know, we probably just put a Faygo bottle on there. That's our bobber. Yeah, I want. No, you know what? I know what it is. Okay, we don't have any bait for this fucking hook. I'll just put my Midnightinyami talon on there and see if we catch a fish. Nope. Even the fish don't want it. Squeeze it. Yeah, and this. Yeah, and the fucking and literally the fucking Mexican Squeeze-Its and everything about this fucking video, goddamn it, was wrong. Like, absolutely everything was fucking wrong. It should be illegal to watch that. Alright. So, enough of that shit. Like, I'm getting the fuck up out of here. I already have a feeling that somebody's gonna fucking catch wind of this because he does come off like the type of guy that is going to fucking YouTube search himself to see what other people are fucking saying about him. And I'm probably going to end up getting something in the comments being like, hey, relax, guy. And if not, it's probably going to be like, thanks for the critique. Yeah, I know, because I'm getting advertisement revenue off of it. And if I don't, I'm fucking deleting the whole fucking thing. And I'll just make it its own video. So, with that being said, I'm Kreyz and McKormik. Thank you guys for watching the return of the Crazy House. I'll be back next week. Hopefully we'll have some more information and some more other things that are happening in the world of the Juggalo realm. I'm not going to call it the Juggalodium because that sounds retarded. It's the Juggalo community. God damn it. With that, I'm out this bitch. Deuces.